What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. I got my man Clayton in here today. Then my man Emmanuel is back with us. What's been going on, fellas?
What's up, man? What's up?
Light mood.
Yeah, man. I'm doing a real sound check real fast just to make sure we we good.
Make sure the world can hear us.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, we good. We good. Sound check all clear. Yeah, man. What y'all man, I don't know where I'm gonna start. You know what I'm gonna start because I thought something was funny. I'm gonna start with Aaron Rodgers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers, who they played? They played against the Seahawks. They just played against the Seahawks and they lost 21-26. Aaron Rodgers threw a pick six. Plus but before that, he missed an open wide receiver in the corner of the end zone, right? And then he threw a pick six. And after the game in Aaron Rodgers' interview, Aaron Rodgers said that he didn't accept responsibility. He was like, sometimes it's my fault. Sometimes it's other people's fault, right? And that New York press, man, they wasn't really feeling that the fact that he wouldn't accept responsibility like a lot of veteran quarterbacks would, or any quarterback would.
Who were they playing? The Vikings?
No, they was playing Seattle.
They was playing Seattle?
Yeah, they played Seattle that game. And they lost to Seattle 26-21.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but my thing about Aaron Rodgers, though, like when he had the opportunity to come into the preseason and do that, how you had a preseason workout and all that.
Mm-hmm.
He skipped all of that, and I thought at the beginning that wasn't a good look. You know what I mean? Especially for a veteran quarterback, he wasn't really familiar with those wide receivers. I thought it would have been an opportunity to show that, you know what I mean, he trying to get on, up to a good start and on the right page with those wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, what was going on with Aaron Rodgers is he thought he was Aaron Rodgers. He thought he was the Aaron Rodgers of the past. You got to remember, Aaron Rodgers never did those training camps and all that stuff. Right. So now that, he going into the Jets, he like, well, I can play me and be me and still do what I always do. And then that he can't. His age is caught up with him, and he don't want to realize that yet.
Yeah.
And this and proves it. His age caught up with him. You're not Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? As much as you may want to chase him, you're just not him.
Right. Do you guys think, though, because, he's at that age, he suffered that Achilles, right? It's hard enough coming back off the Achilles. Do you think that possibly he might not be 100% yet coming off the Achilles, and maybe because, one thing he can still do is throw that football. He can throw that football like no other.
Well, see, it depends on which 100% you're talking about. If you're talking about physically 100% and able to be the old Aaron Rodgers, absolutely not. If you're talking physically 100%, mentally, he thinks that he's ready and he can go out there and achieve those type of numbers, then yes, I do think he thinks he's 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But his action, his play on the field shows that he's not the old Aaron Rodgers.
Right. You can see that for sure. I'm just saying, I just know some of his talent and some of his effectiveness was moving around, moving the pocket a little bit and throwing off the run. And being old and having that Achilles, I still think it takes time to come back. Now, he could be off the cliff. Like, he could be. I'm not saying he's not, but I still would give it another year of healing to see.
He don't have that arm strength anymore.
Oh, I think his arm's still there.
Yeah. If you look at a lot of Aaron Rodgers interception, a lot of Aaron Rodgers gameplay this year, he just doesn't have he still has the mindset. His arm can't do what his mind what he wants to do. That's my opinion. I mean, if you look at his throws and some of his things he's doing on the run right now, he's just not the same Aaron Rodgers anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tom, welcome to the podcast.
What's up? Good morning, brother. Good morning.
What's up, Tom?
All right.
Hey, so look, Tom, I just said that Aaron Rodgers gave that after they lost to the Seahawks. Aaron Rodgers at the press conference said that he wouldn't accept responsibility for that loss, and the New York media came down hard on him. You saw that?
Yeah, he never does, man. That dude throw everybody under the bus, man. He does, man. That's what he do, man. He throw everybody under the bus. You know what I mean? The offensive line, the receiver ain't run the right route.
Yeah,
and everything but himself, man. He never takes ownership, man. And I heard Clayton say bring him back, man. I wouldn't. I cut.
No, I didn't. Man. Yeah, I'm not saying bring him back. I'm just saying to say that he's lost it. I would at least give it another year coming back off that injury. I'm not saying bring him back. Like to me, New York should probably want to move on from him because the whole thing is a mess. But I will say, Mike, I looked at that play, right?
Yeah.
And he may not have been accusing nobody else. He may not have took accountability because he may have been saying it was a great defensive play. The guy jumped up and knocked the ball down. So sometimes you gotta give your opponent some credit. I made the right throw. This guy made a better play.
Yeah.
Did he say that? Did he say that? Did he
No,
get it?
I didn't listen to his press conference, so I don't know what he said. Mike's saying he didn't take accountability.
I ain't take accountability at all.
But me just looking at the play, it looked like a great defensive play from where I sit.
Yeah, he never does though. So I ain't got him taking accountability for nothing. He never does. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers will be playing somewhere else next year. Aaron Rodgers will be playing somewhere else next year.
Yeah.
We'll move on from him, take their lumps, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
That goes to show you that Robert Saleh wasn't the problem there, man. That goes to show you.
But that's a good look for him.
Yeah.
Because now everybody understands that he was not the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
But was he part of the problem? Like, I feel like when a coach allow a personality to handicap his team and make all the, give all the instruction. I want this, I want that, and you giving into it, you contributing to it.
You think the coach did that?
Right, but I don't think he had any work, any
the front office
details in there because Aaron Rodgers was a superstar.
And he brought in coaches and players, man, that he played with in Green Bay. Yeah, Robert Saleh was handcuffed. He didn't have no say in that.
See, and that's what you don't allow yourself to be. I like the guy Dan Campbell's philosophy in Detroit. He said, whatever the case may be, I'm going to lose or win doing it my way. If I fail, I want to fail doing it my way.
Right, but it's different because he has no mega superstars on his team.
And he got the backing of the front office and the ownership. Yeah, Robert Saleh.
I guarantee you, if somebody like Patrick Mahomes went over to Detroit and was like, look, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. Detroit is going to go with Patrick because you can hire a coach from anywhere. Yep. It's hard to find a superstar.
Yep.
So believe me, those superstars have much more pull than a coach do
when
it comes to the front office.
But let me ask you guys a question. That's a great point you brought up. You would think a person of that stature, right, gonna get their way wherever they go, right?
Yep.
But let's take Patrick and put him with Pittsburgh Mike T.
Right.
Do you think he goes to Mike T and putting demands on the organization in Pittsburgh, Mike T, the front office?
That's what we said. Because the front office in Pittsburgh backs their coach, they backs their guy.
Right.
Pittsburgh is like maybe 3 teams out the whole sporting era that goes with coaches. Pittsburgh has only had 3 coaches in their whole entire history. Has only had 3 coaches.
That's my point. So that's my point right there.
But a lot. You can't name another team that does it in any sport.
Right.
But look, with that being said, if Pittsburgh did have somebody like Patrick Mahomes, Mike T is a smart enough coach where he would give a little bit more rope to a quarterback like that. You know what I mean? And so it would not have to go to the front office, but Mike T handled that situation.
Right.
Like the guy in Kansas City. He allowed some liberties to the quarterback in Kansas City. What's the coach name? Because you still know Andy Reid is running the show.
Yeah.
Andy Reid is still running that show. So, you know, yeah.
But you got to also remember, though, Pittsburgh is not that type of organization that goes out here and pick up superstars.
Right.
Pittsburgh makes superstars.
That's right.
And that's a difference in between the two.
That's
Pittsburgh
right.
don't go out and look for that next person to help their franchise. They look to their bench and their farm system in the draft to come in and help their franchise.
Yeah.
So as a building status, Pittsburgh does it the right way, the way that most teams should do it, but don't do it because of the status of a superstar. And the main status of a superstar is to sell tickets.
And remember that organization up in New England, the Patriots. Like, say what you want about Belichick, but when he was there, even Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying, fell in line with the system, the coach, and everything. Belichick, it was nobody bigger than the team. So when you look at winning culture,
but
sometimes
you saw what happened though. Now that's the reverse system of what happened. They let Tom Brady go, and then Belichick fell. And now they go, oh, well, it was Brady in the system and not Belichick, which all football fans and everybody knows it was Belichick and not Brady. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think, a combination of them both, but at some point,
I don't know, man. I think Tom had a lot to do with their success.
No, right. But Belichick made Brady. Okay, let's be honest about this. Belichick made Brady.
So why was he? Well, that's a good point, man, because I had this debate before, right? So why was it show Belichick win-loss record without Tom? Why wasn't he able to do that with somebody else?
Because if you look at what Brady had when Tom came in, Brady came into some successful people already.
What? Oh man, froze up.
One other thing, Tom.
I think Brady. I think it was the other way around. I think Brady kind of made I think he made Belichick.
No, Brady was already. I mean, Belichick was already winning. Remember, Brady came in when Drew Bledsoe got hurt.
Right.
They was winning.
Then they was winning.
They were winning.
What you mean winning a game? Or you mean winning an organization? They wasn't a winning organization before Tom Brady showed up on a regular.
They wasn't winning. They wasn't. Actually, I think Pete Carroll. Hold up. I think Pete Carroll had New England in the playoffs and winning too. And then he left, and then Belichick got hired.
Yes.
So it was a culture up there to some degree. But I'm gonna say this: I don't think Tom made Bill, and Bill made Tom. I think Bill pulled things out of Tom that's there, but also what carried New England early in Tom Brady's starting career was as a starting quarterback was the defense. Belichick was defense.
Right.
He helped Tuna get a Super Bowl with the Giants. He was defense. That defense carried Tom until Tom got his mind, the game slowed down, and he started understanding. And then it was more him helping Daniels on offense. But you got to give Bill his credit, man.
Let me ask you, they went to the Super Bowl in Tom Brady's first or second year, right?
First year, yeah.
Okay, so that's not Tom Brady coming in
that
and changing the organization.
No.
You do not come in as a quarterback and go to the Super Bowl on a losing team.
And I'm gonna say this: a lot of people say.
So hold up, time out. Let's go back. You say New England went to the Super Bowl Tom Brady first year as a starter?
I believe so.
Yeah, it was his first or second year.
Yeah.
No. That's not. All right, who did they lose to Utah and they won?
They beat the Rams.
Mike, go to the
on a field goal.
And that was his first full game as a starter.
I think so.
Yeah, you gotta look that up, man, because I'm in the dark on that. I'm in the dark.
Yeah, because Bledsoe got hurt. They started Tom Brady. I believe he was a rookie. And when Bledsoe got healthy, Belichick made the decision to stay with him.
Yeah, I just don't think they won that year, though. But okay. Yeah.
Well, if it wasn't his rookie year, it was his second year.
Here it is.
I don't think
if it wasn't.
Tom Brady, his first year, 2002, he went to the Super Bowl and they was victorious over the Rams.
Yeah, there you go.
He was a rookie.
Yeah.
He was a rookie.
And what year you say?
Oh no, he was a rookie in 2000. He was a rookie in 2000.
No, he went to 2002. That's what I say. It was his second year.
It was he got drafted in 2000. You right, Tom.
Tom Brady in the second year.
All I'm saying is this, right? All I'm saying is this. You look at, because Belichick, people tend to forget that Belichick was a head coach in Cleveland too.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Belichick in Cleveland, and you look at the level of success he had.
He died in Cleveland.
But let me say this.
Let me hold up.
Go ahead.
You look at the lack of success he had in Cleveland, and then when he came over to New England, he didn't start having success, I believe, as a coach until Brady was inserted into that lineup. That's when his success started.
Here's the caveat, Tom. When he was with the Browns, he wasn't the GM. He wasn't getting the players. When he came to New England, he was the coach, and then they started allowing him to draft players to act as a GM and a coach. So maybe that's why he started winning, because he started getting the right free agents, putting the right pieces in place. He was doing all that.
I can tell you, and I can tell you, I can name on both hands a bunch of drafts he whiffed on during his career as well. I can tell you him trading first round picks, trading out of the first round, drafting all, stockpiling all these picks who turned out to be mush. So, so as many as you count that he hit on, I can count just as many that he missed on.
Yeah, but he's got six championships.
So does Brady
to back his GMing up.
So Brady got six championships.
So let me say this.
I'm not saying he don't, but I'm just saying that team around Brady, man, was great.
Right.
Yeah, let me say this.
And check it out. The owner had to step in, because Belichick and his arrogance, the owner had to step in and say, we're not trading Tom Brady
for
Garoppolo. The start, we sticking with Tom.
Right.
But then Belichick and his arrogance allowed Tom to leave, and he goes somewhere else. And
let me say this. All right, let me say this.
Go ahead, man.
All right, so Belichick took over in 2000, okay? He went 5-11 in 2000. That's the year they picked up Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady didn't play 2001. They went 11-5.
There you go.
Now, the year that Tom Brady played, they only went 9-7.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just saying that's without Tom.
Right.
And I'm just saying that's him starting to put the pieces together.
The year that Tom Brady started, the year that Tom Brady played and they went to the Super Bowl, they were only 9-7. And they went from the wild card and won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So now, if you want to go, now after that, they went 14-2 the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So they was killing it. But I gotta go with what you call. I think it's Belichick made Brady, not Brady made Belichick.
I think Belichick made it, and especially when how Belichick looked when he left. Especially Tom going somewhere. If Tom wouldn't have won, or Belichick would have won, you know what I'm saying? I think if it was all even until that. So when Tom okay, I'm gonna go over here and still win, and Belichick's team took a dive, that's when I think you give the nod to Tom. That's just me.
Right.
Well, listen, but hold up real quick. But Tom went to an all-star team in Tampa. He went to a team that was loaded. So you can say that. And also, I'll say this in terms of Belichick and the owner stepping in. That might have been the owner's fatal mistake to make New England go downhill. Because if he could have made the switch when he did to Garoppolo, maybe they stay young, maybe they stay ahead of the curve, and they go on and win more. He blocked that trade. Everybody's going to get old at some point. Some point you got to transition. Now, if you look at what Shanahan did with Garoppolo and went to a Super Bowl with him, just imagine what the New England and Belichick and them could have did with him. I'm just saying that might have been the thing that caused New England's downfall, blocking that trade.
We can't downplay what Tom Brady did when he went to Tampa Bay by saying that the team was loaded, because when you look at football history, who and what other quarterback in their first year of going to any team, when you look at Joe Montana, when you look at who's the quarterback, the great quarterback from Baltimore that went to San Diego,
Johnny Unitas.
A lot of guys go towards the end of their career, they go with another team, and they don't have that kind of success.
But they don't go to a superstar loaded team. They don't go to an all-star team.
Yeah, but I mean,
Who was saying Tampa Bay was all-star and loaded?
They
when
were.
they
Dog,
Tampa Bay was loaded.
they was loaded.
Let's not get
They
that.
was loaded,
Brady
man.
made them great. Tom Brady was the piece that got them over the hump. Nobody was
Right.
talking about Tampa Bay being an all-time great team before Tom Brady got there and won. And
They was
But they were winning.
they was loaded, man.
Winning.
You had one of the you had for a
Superman-
set, you had one of the best wide receivers in the game. Like you had all that talent on. They was
Their
loaded.
defense
They
was
just
loaded.
needed
Their
the
defense was
quarterback.
loaded.
Man, listen. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying he wasn't talented. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that Tampa Bay team was not considered a favorite to win anything, no matter how loaded they was, until Tom Brady got there, was under center.
Bruh.
And they beat Patrick Mahomes, the best player to ever put a jock strap on. You know what I'm saying? And they beat him. You know what I'm saying? So you can't sit up there and say, oh man, Tampa Bay was loaded, that you could have plugged me in there in that situation and they would have won. No, that's not true. That's
and on
not
top of that, New York was expecting the same thing with Aaron Rodgers.
right.
Right. That's the whole point. That is the whole point of the conversation.
Right. New
If
York
you
was
take
expecting that.
everybody expect when you take an all-star quarterback and plug him in a team that they say is ready, that team will automatically win. That's not going to happen because of either coaching or the players are just old enough.
Injuries. Injuries. Yeah, you gotta say that.
So
too.
that's just not going to happen.
What about what's the other quarterback that came from Green Bay and went
Brett
to
Favre.
Brett Favre? You know what I mean? Brett
He
Favre.
ain't do nothing.
That's what I'm saying. You know, like so what Tom Brady did down in Tampa, man, that was you know that can't be. You know, you got to get.
No, we're not. I'm not
taking
saying
them away from Tom.
Taking them
Right.
away because let's remember your boy Golf when he went to LA, he did the same thing.
And okay,
He left Detroit and went to LA and went to the Super Bowl.
Let me spin. You mean Stafford? You mean Stafford?
Yeah, Stafford. I'm sorry, Stafford. Yes.
Let me spin it forward. If Bill Belichick was that much of an asset, which I agree that he was, why is right now in the grand scheme of things he's not coaching?
Oh, I can answer that.
Go ahead.
Two reasons.
Yeah.
One, he's a lot of colleges are recruiting him right now. They were just talking about
Carolina, in North Carolina. Yeah, I saw that.
Man, keep fading out. I think.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead now. Go ahead. You fade it out.
Yeah, man, you keep freezing, man. You keep freezing. Go ahead.
Am I good now? Am I better?
Yeah, you good. Go ahead.
Well, he's getting offers from coaches from college now. He said he's not even going to look at the NFL. Last year, only one team looked at him last year because all the teams that needed coaches know one thing about Belichick, that you have to give up power when you get Belichick. Okay? That's the problem with Belichick. You have to give up power. And a lot of these team owners do not want to do it. Like Belichick would be a perfect coach for the Cowboys. Yet Jerry's not giving up the other what you call. And now the only team I can see that he goes to out of everybody in the NFL is Chicago. That's the only team I can see Belichick going to because Chicago has the pieces. They just don't have any coaching. Their sucks ass. So I can literally see Chicago giving up everything to get Belichick to go in there.
Well, why Belichick didn't stay with New England then? You know what I mean? If he had that, if he had all the power that he need, why didn't he stay in New England?
Because it's not a good fit.
It was time to part ways.
Right.
Tell me why.
Because when you want to listen, when you want to run a team, I'm gonna tell you. When you say you want to trade Tom Brady because A, B, and C, and the owner tells you no, I want to keep Tom Brady, so you keep going what I say goes, at that point you lost control. And if he knew something, he knew that if he wanted to win later on in New England, he had to go younger. And with Tom Brady, Tom Brady will win you enough games that you do not get a high draft pick to go after.
Yes.
Hold up. Time out. All right. He knew he wasn't gonna have more power than an owner. You know, let's just get that. He wasn't going to. That's the only person he answered to. If Tom Brady would have went somewhere else, and Belichick was able to insert somebody in that position, and they won, you can't say, "Oh, it run his course." You can't say, "Oh, it's time to run his course." Oh man, no. If you made Tom Brady, make another one.
Right.
If you can make
But
Tom
again,
Brady, you make another.
He did.
again,
He didn't. He didn't make a Tom Brady, but he drafted a Tom Brady.
Right.
Draft
Right?
another.
No, follow me.
But see, well, how you
Follow
gonna
me
draft?
for
How
a
you
minute.
gonna draft another one
Tom
if
Brady
you
would pick
draft
Right. You can't make that. You
Tom
can't make
Brady
that.
went 199. Tom Brady
Huh?
went, you didn't know that's what Tom Brady was going to turn into.
But
Tom
you,
Every
but you, but you,
every draft not the same.
but you scouted this play. Like it's a
Right.
science to scouting talent and all that kind of stuff. You hit and you miss. But
that
he
year
didn't.
when
I'm
they
not
drafted
saying.
Tom Brady, that wasn't their first pick.
I'm just. It
Right.
don't have to be.
No,
You,
I'm explaining to y'all. Y'all trying to explain why Belichick is so great and a great talent evaluator. I push back on that all day. But if you can draft Tom Brady with pick 199 and turn him into what he ended up, draft somebody else.
they
But the
didn't
problem
turn
is,
him into
right,
that.
every
That's
draft
who
is
he
not the
was.
same.
But what they did was they put the right things around him for his talent to flourish.
So why
It's
you
a
can't do
science to building a team.
so why you can't do that? Why you can't continue to do that?
Well,
Listen,
you got to
because
get the
listen,
right pieces. You
he
got to get the
tried.
right centerpiece. Listen,
Who's in charge of that?
listen.
Who's in charge of that?
Belichick tried to.
Right.
The owner blocked him. He wanted Garoppolo.
One piece. You just said you got to put pieces around them. Put
But
pieces
they not, you act like
Oh,
that's
hold
all
up.
a
That's
dime
like
a dozen. Like
Wait a
you,
minute,
every
bro.
draft, you can just grab that.
No, man. No, man. Look, if
I'll tell you this.
you
I'll
can't
tell you
hold
this.
on.
I'll tell you this. Look, Tampa Bay was loaded. Not only did they have Antonio Brown, he got him to come. He got Gronk to come. He already had Forsett. He already had Evans. Man, they was loaded. Also, Jameis Winston threw for 5,100 yards the year before with that same team. The problem was he had 30 interceptions to go along with
not what
33
I'm saying.
touchdowns.
You changing it. That's not
No,
what
I'm not
saying.
changing. I'm just
I'm
showing
talking
you
about
how
Belichick
talented
in New
Tampa Bay
England.
was.
But listen,
Wait a minute.
no.
Wait a minute.
Tampa Bay. We talk about Belichick in New England. Why wasn't he able to come in there after Brady lost and keep them winning?
Because
That's
let me
what I'm
say
saying.
this. Because let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. Because of the situation is, if you can't draft who you want to draft, maybe he thought Garoppolo was the next Tom Brady. Okay, and when you tell him no, then he's like, well, if I can't draft the people I want to draft, why be here?
Well, let
And
me.
you're saying, well, why couldn't he find somebody else?
That was a trade. He
Huh?
did draft Garoppolo. He wanted
Right.
he wanted
He
Tom
wanted to
to
trade
go
for him.
so Garoppolo could take over.
Right.
And that's the
Right.
same formula that happened with Tom Brady.
Right. That's right.
Okay, so if he can't get his formula in, and the owners say like, "Well, no, we don't want to do this because it's Tom Brady," and I understand that. I understand that fact because I probably wouldn't have done it.
Right.
Okay, but if that's the way he coaches, and they won't let him coach the way he coach, he's out of there. Everybody will be out of there.
Let me say this real quick, Clint. Let me say this real quick because a few minutes ago we said that Pittsburgh have they have a culture where they only had 3 coaches within their history, right?
Yes.
And so they got 3 coaches, and so like I said, when you had Bill Belichick and you had a proven track record of winning, so if why not go the same route as Pittsburgh and continue that same culture that you had with Bill Belichick? Bill Belichick brought you 6 championships. You know, so that right there should have been said, all right, so all we got to do is reload because Bill Belichick has a formula for winning. So it must not have been a situation where Bill Belichick, they didn't believe in his formula and they allowed him to leave.
They did believe in his formula. Look how long he coached that team. What happened was the owner had a personal relationship with Brady. That blurred the line for him. His emotions became involved, bigger than business and the team. He loved Tom Brady, and he despised Belichick for wanting to get rid of him. And what you had was the owner and the coach clashing now.
Yeah. All right. Let me read this because I think Jim make a good point, and I agree with this. Bill said I think Tom Brady had a mental makeup of some folks in New England saw that potential. So I guess what Jim is saying that see Tom Brady just was a different kind of dude though. You know what I mean? As far as quarterbacks is concerned. That's why I just give Tom Brady so much credit for the success that they. Now I ain't trying to say that the guy Bill Belichick don't deserve no credit, but if you look at his record before and after,
You can't do that.
Brady, why not? I don't understand.
Because that's not fair. Because you're looking at one or two seasons. That's just not fair.
No,
Listen,
You're gonna assess this man on 2 seasons without Brady.
Belichick coached way more than 2 seasons.
And he won Super Bowls as a coordinator.
Why you act like he didn't coach Cleveland? He coached.
He did coach Cleveland.
What did he win?
Okay.
Do you know his record?
But also Cleveland had other people picking personnel. How many years did he coach Cleveland? And let me share this with you. The only reason
give him no blame for Cleveland.
The only reason
for the Giants then. You can't
the only reason Cleveland let him go is because Cleveland was leaving Cleveland. They wanted to start fresh in Baltimore market, so they decided to bring back a familiar face for Baltimore, which was Ted Marchibroda. That's why they let go of Bill.
Yeah, they had him do him losing all the time.
Let me say this.
You say all the time. How many seasons did he coach the Browns?
I think he coached the Browns 4 seasons. Let me
say this.
But you want to give him credit to the Giants for winning, but don't want to give him nothing to blame for Cleveland for being ass.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying just because Cleveland had a losing record don't mean he wasn't no great coach.
I'm
not saying he ain't to blame for it.
Let me say this.
Wait, hold up, fellas. Hold up. All right, go ahead, man.
Let me say this. If y'all may agree, you may not agree, but this is what my opinion is. Tom Brady is the NFL GOAT. No doubt about it. There's no player right now that's better than Tom Brady. And that
Damn.
Must be out of space or something, man. Must be out of Say it again, man. You froze up again. Say it again.
Yeah, say it over.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I know why I'm freezing up. I gotta turn my PlayStation off.
Oh man.
Forgot I got a lot of internet stuff going on. Well, Eddie, this is what I'm saying. Tom Brady is the GOAT of the NFL right now. You gotta say it, can't nobody dispute it. Bill Belichick, the Vince Lombardi trophy is gonna be renamed the Lombardi Belichick trophy when he's done. Plain and simple. As a coach, we can say what we want to about his beginning, we can say what we want to about his end, but that full record, there's not been one coach out there that has ever come close to what he's doing, regardless of who's he doing it with. So, everybody's conversation is correct. We're just trying to debate on how correct one person is over the other. But we're still all talking about the same thing. The greatest player to ever play the game and the greatest coach to ever coach the game. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to let's move on to Russell Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? A lot of people when the coach moved on, when he brought Russell Wilson back, a lot of people, and myself included, criticized that move for him, taking what's the dude, Justin Fields, they was, but the move back from Justin Fields to Russell Wilson is looking like it was a good move. What you think about that move, Tom?
Man, when he first, because I'm a Russell Wilson fan, I liked him in Seattle. I thought he got a raw deal in Denver with a coach who really didn't want him, and I think he had 23 touchdowns and 8 picks last year when he was with Denver, or 26 touchdowns, 8 picks, something like that. So he didn't have a bad year, man. He didn't have a bad year at all. You just had a coach that didn't want him, didn't appreciate him, and sat him late. He was trying to throw games. Clayton brought up the point, not trying to win too many games so you can have a better position in the draft and things like that. And I think he wanted to do that to bring his own guy in and stuff like that. And when he made the switch in Pittsburgh, the Steelers was 4-2.
Right.
He made the switch. The Steelers was 4-2, and a lot of people like, man, the defense cracking, whatever. And I was like, man, because I trust Coach T a lot, and I say, man, he got to unlock that offense, because you was gonna lose that dude Pickens. You was gonna lose him because he wasn't getting the targets, things like that. So I think he brought Russ in. From the beginning, I think when they acquired both quarterbacks, I think he Russ was going to be my starter. You know what I mean? It just took Russ getting healthy for him to get the position. But I think Coach T knew that. You know what I mean? And I think Justin Fields understood that too. I think that he was like, man, I'm just going to be a placeholder, and I'm going to do with the coach because the playbook has opened up a lot since Russ been there. You know, they throwing the ball downfield a lot. Justin Fields was playing more conservative, and I think that was the game plan though. Play more conservative, don't take chances, don't turn the ball over, and he was successful doing that. But I think Russ, man, just opens up a lot more. Opens up the playbook a lot more.
Yeah. What you got to add to that, Clay?
Oh, I was just listening. I was enamored with Tom. I was just listening. But I didn't know what the question was. You were saying, was it the right move?
Yeah, I mean, like in hindsight, it's just that like the move is turning out to be a great move, a genius type move. Because you know, like my philosophy about this situation, like if it's not broke, you know what I mean, don't fix it. Because they like it was 4 and 2.
Yeah.
It was 4-2, and I'm like, you know.
But see,
go ahead, man.
But see, you got to remember that 4-2 came off of some really weak teams. They haven't even started in the AFC East yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the AFC North. But the thing is, when they brought Russell Wilson in, that was the game plan in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That was all of it, and they're going to re-sign Russell again because remember he's only on a 1-year deal. They're going to re-sign him again.
Yeah.
All right, and that was the whole plan. And what happened when Russell got hurt, they had to switch the plan around. But it was a good thing because one thing it showed the limitations of Fields. It showed what he has to work on coming to Pittsburgh and the things they need to do. They got to figure out how he can get the field open enough to hit these wide receivers. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, you got Russell Wilson that's killing right now. Mm-hmm. Tomlin, I'm telling you, it's like he's the coach of the year right now because those 2 pickups, he could go from what he had last year at quarterback to what they're doing this year with these 2 quarterbacks that nobody wanted. It's remarkable.
Yeah. And
I mean, you got to remember, Denver gave him away for free, basically. They're paying Russell Wilson $1,001.
Yep.
Well, Chicago gave up Fields for nothing, right? Didn't
exactly.
Pretty much. You know, Caleb Williams, you know about him being the number 1 pick. You knew he was going to get that job. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they wanted Justin Fields out
again, a bad organization move because instead of them trading Fields for somebody, they let him go for nobody.
Yeah,
because they put it out there what their move was going to be, and
then
they could have got somebody for Justin Fields.
Pittsburgh, and I like Tomlin because even though he pulled Fields out of the starting lineup, they still are finding a way to use Justin Fields like in certain situations.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Like so I like that too about Pittsburgh. You know about what Mike Tomlin is doing and it's keeping him like mentally into the game. It's good for the morale of the team, you know. So I think that was a good move too to use Justin Fields like in certain situations.
So let me ask you a question: once Justin Fields got in there, you think he should continue once Russell got well again?
Yeah, I like using them in certain situations. I like using them in certain situations, man. Certain packages. You know what I'm saying? Because if you remember a couple weeks ago when they finished off Cincinnati on that 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, he brought them in to run that little naked bootleg around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that he's better at than Russ is right now. You know what I'm saying? So and
Justin Fields helped with red zone situations as well.
Exactly.
With his legs. But I was afraid that making the switch would affect Justin Fields' confidence. A little bit because they were winning. He wasn't doing too much to hurt the team, and then the switch like that. But I think Tomlin, the type of coach that communication was made clear the whole time.
Cut him down. Like you're starting now, but as soon as Russell gets in there, we're going to pull you because, and I'm sure he's explaining because we're trying to develop you for the future, not for right now. And you go in there and make these mental mistakes that damage your game. Because these quarterbacks right now that's coming in,
and your confidence,
and your confidence. These quarterbacks that's coming in right now, man. You got 1 out of every 4 that's actually doing something, and the other ones are just going down the tubes.
I think the next few games gonna be a real tell for Pittsburgh. As much as I love what they did this year, They got a little gauntlet coming up down the stretch.
Well, they in the middle of it now. They're in the middle of it now. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
the Browns today, but then they got the Eagles, then they got the Ravens, and then they got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You know, so
they didn't put themselves in a position where as though they can maybe go 500 the end of, you know what I'm saying, down the stretch and still win the division. So,
yeah.
They didn't put themselves in a good position.
But the problem is their division.
Supposed to win, and you can go 500 against, you know what I mean, the tough teams. If you beat the teams you're supposed to beat early in the season, you know.
You know what I like about the Steelers, though? Like, no matter what issues they have, and they always have an identity, right? You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna play defense. Like, so if they having quarterback problems, if they having wide receiver or running back issues, they're gonna play strong defense.
Right.
So,
when they played the Ravens, wasn't it all field goals for them?
I think so.
They didn't.
Yeah, they beat them with 6 field goals.
Yeah, all field goals.
Yeah. A couple touchdowns got called back because of penalties. Man, they got to get that. They got to get that in check because they be, plays be the big yards plays and touchdowns even be getting called back because of penalties and stuff. Man, Joey Porter Jr. Man, I know, man, you're a rookie, man, and things like that, man. That dude holds a lot, man. He get flagged a lot, man. And he's a good talent, man, and he's got a nose for the ball and stuff, man. But he got to cut down on the penalties, man. He got to cut down because he's getting them in some bad spots.
Some of those holds though are crucial because if he don't hold, they get beat for a big play.
Right. So you got to hold.
And if Pittsburgh got that kind of defense, I'd rather give them another chance at it.
Right.
You know what I mean? As opposed to giving up that big play. Yeah.
Right.
But I don't like what I've been seeing from Pittsburgh defense the last couple of weeks.
Man, I think, man, sometimes, man, when a team feel like we can score, we don't have to go as hard on defense, man. It's almost like if you got Justin Fields in there, the defense man, come on, man. We know we got to lock this team down. As opposed to Russ in there, man, all right, man, we can give up a touchdown or two because, Russ can get it back. And it just seems like it's like that, man. And I don't like it, though, Clayton.
But every week you ain't going to play the Bengals.
Right.
Every week you ain't gonna play against the Bengals, D.
Right. Hey man, I think we get a couple first downs against the Bengals, man. We get a couple first downs against the Bengals.
So, all right, before we get off Pittsburgh, let me ask y'all then: do y'all think that Pittsburgh is for real, or they just, as far as having a legitimate chance to go to the Super Bowl? Do y'all think Pittsburgh is for real?
I think they legit. I think any potential division winner is legit. You know what I'm saying? And most times, you know what I mean? Sometimes you can get a division winner out of a real weak division. Somebody got to win it, so to speak. It seems like that's how that's shaping up in the NFC South.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It seems like that's in the NFC South. Right. You know what I mean? With Atlanta. I thought Atlanta would take the reins of that division, man. I really did. But it seemed like they don't want it. You know what I'm saying? They want to hand it off to somebody else. But yeah, I think they are, though, Mike. I think they are.
Yeah. You got a Super Bowl winning head coach, and you got a quarterback that's been to 2 Super Bowls and won one.
Yeah.
So I think they got a good dark horse pick. They definitely got a shot. But like I said, I just don't. Oh my God! I wish they ran the ball a lot more effective. Like Pittsburgh's supposed to be run defense. I don't like what I'm getting from that run game right now. I really don't.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Why? And the reason why is because they're not scared of the throw.
What's the name, man? Is when he's giving you that legit 1-2 punch, man. It seems Najee raises his game a lot. When this other guy, I forget his name every week, man. He comes in there. But if Najee's getting the bulk of the carries, man, it seems like he don't run as hard. But when that other dude, because he seems to make the most out of his carries, man. He seems to make the most out of his opportunities. And
I think the fact that Mike Tomlin brings Justin Fields in for those naked bootlegs, I think that's going to pay dividends too for them in the come to playoffs and stuff too. Because in certain situations, like you said, if the running game is not doing well, you got to have different options besides trying to just depend on getting that running back you got to give defense different looks and different things to think about. So I think they looking towards their future too. I think Pittsburgh is legit when it comes.
That's a good point though, because they might be trying to keep Justin Fields. Like when your Russ finally, in another year or two, you know what I mean, to go, they might like, all right, Justin Fields is your team now. You know what I'm saying? It's your team now. So.
I think they need to do something different off of Justin Fields coming in the game because, that's on film. So now you're getting predictable. When he on the field, they're going to do that naked bootleg. You know what I mean? They got to start switching it up.
But he's still a threat to throw the ball, though. He's still a quarterback.
I'm just saying they need to do something else off that at some point, especially in the post team.
But Clayton, you never know. Like they showing you that naked bootleg,
Yeah.
and then they know that's on Pittsburgh, know that that's on film, and they know that you're going to react a certain way.
Yeah.
And they do something different. You know what
That's
I mean?
all I'm saying. They need to. Yeah.
It's all a chess. It's all about
Right. They don't want to show everything. You know what I'm saying?
They want to shake it up. Now, if you want to really shake it up, put Russell Wilson and Fields on the field at the same time.
At the same time.
That would really shake him up.
Yeah.
Because if you do a bootleg to Fields and he's running and you're coming up with your 8 men, he can throw it, and you still got Russell Wilson sitting out there to fake the bootleg and throw it. So, with Fields, you're going to have to get creative.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get creative because, like you said, right now, when you bring Justin Fields on the floor, on the field, you got a 90% chance of running the ball.
Right.
There's no bad. You throw 8 men in the box. You go man. You throw 8 men in the box. If you lighten it up a little bit, then you won't get that problem.
Let me read this statement from Jim from up north. Jim said, "I would love to see somebody new in the Super Bowl. I'm getting tired of the same old teams every year." So I don't know, like with the way that Kansas City, a lot of these close games that Kansas City playing, that might come back to bite them. That might come back to bite them later on. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be able to win like 16, 17 close games.
I want to see the Super Bowl. Detroit versus the Bills. I think that would be the best Super Bowl that we could produce right now.
You might get that. But I'm going to say this.
You might get
a good chance. Right. The same thing that made Kansas City lose to the Bucs in the Super Bowl, that offensive line, that's the same thing that's hampering them now. Every time.
That last week, Clay. See, I don't see him a lot, right? So I haven't really checked him out.
Every time Patrick dropped back, he under duress. Every single snap. He got frustrated. You can see him get mad at the tackle. Orlando Brown, is he on the Bengals now, Zeus?
Oh, yeah, I think his son.
I think on the Bengals. Yeah, but you can see Patrick's frustration with the line and everything.
But what about the other side of the ball, Clayton? What about the defense? Because they say that the defense seemed to took a step back from earlier this year as well. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're spending more time on the field because that offensive line can't help them sustain drives. So you spend a little bit more time on the field. Stuff like that. So I
feel.
Yeah.
It's a shot. But look, I don't know if anybody beats Philly in the NFC. I know Detroit look good. I don't know if they beat Philly.
Man, I'll tell you what it might come down to in a Detroit Philly game, man. It might come down to coaching. It really might come down to coaching. And I think that guy in Philly then got better. Dan Campbell takes a lot of risk, man.
You know what?
A lot of risk, man.
I just heard somebody else say, what was the guy named? Rob Parker just said that he don't think that Dan Campbell is a good coach, right? And just because of the reasons what you just said, like he take unnecessary gambles, and so if it comes down to coaching, maybe Dan Campbell might be at a disadvantage.
See, man.
Well,
and that guy, what's his name, Sirianni, that's in Philly, he didn't got better.
Well, time out though. Philly was doing the same thing Detroit was doing. And early in the year, it was biting them in their ass. What's his name? Nick Sirianni?
Yeah.
He was going on 4th down all the time, losing, giving teams short fields. They lost a couple. I think those 2 losses was a result of him taking too many gambles. So they both kind of similar. But it may look like a gamble to us, but when you're a coach and you know your personnel, it may not be much of a gamble knowing your personnel and having a feel for the game. That 4th and 1, he knew his line was going to blow them off the ball. Yeah, old boy stumbled, but you see the push the offensive line got on that play.
The thing is for me, and that in that situation, you just didn't want Green Bay to get the ball back.
Right.
And I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because you really only gained maybe like another 4 yards before you kicked the field goal. So it really wasn't a matter down in distance. It was just really want Green Bay to get the ball back. You know what I'm saying?
You also thought you could get it because you know what I'm saying? Because the strategy was we're gonna kill this clock and guarantee the win.
But doing that like on your own 30-yard line, now that's kind of to me, that's a risk. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't get it, you know what I'm saying, then they could just run the field goal team on the field right there. They ain't even got to run an offensive play or something like that. So, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even got to run, they could just so that's what I'm saying, man. So you would think, man, and like crucial situations like a playoff game or something like that, man. It's like, man, are you going to make the wrong call? You know, and
if you talk, that's tough. In my opinion, if you talk about coaching, first of all, Detroit has not missed a step even from last year. Yeah, they didn't in the championship game, they fell, but they have not missed a step. If you're looking at Philly from this year and last year, without Saquon Barkley, we're not talking about Philly.
Right.
Okay, we're not talking about Philly at all. So we're talking not coaching with Philly. It's a player that's changing Philly, not a coach, but a player. And
but I don't think Nick Sirianni is making as many bonehead calls as he used to.
But listen, if he lost his first 3 games this year, he would be fired.
Right.
After that performance from last year, where they went, the first 9?
Yeah, they lost like they last 6.
I think they won their first 10. They went 10-1 and then started falling.
Yeah. So they lost like they last 6 games or something like that.
So you go from last year to this year, and they keep losing, he's gone.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Detroit coaching, he's done what he's been doing to turn that thing around, and they have that mentality, next man up, and if it's 4th and 1, we going for it. Just like the Philly push, the butt push, everybody talk about, Detroit don't need it, because like he said, their front 4, front 5 will push you off the ball anyway for a yard or 2.
Yeah.
Well, if Detroit don't get healthy on defense, because you know they got a gang of injuries. If they don't get healthy on defense, I can't see them coming out the NFC, especially if they got to face Philly.
The thing about it now, it's hard to get healthy at the end of the year, though, because you got some nagging injuries and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hopefully they get their bye. They get a bye, and they start getting some players back.
They're gonna have to play out the string, man, because what's the name on their heels? The Vikings are on their heels, man.
What do y'all think about, like, I wanna ask y'all about the Vikings. Like, do y'all think the Vikings are legit? The Vikings right now sitting at 10-2.
Yeah. I think they are.
I need my guy Jim to chime in on this.
I'm sorry.
I need Jim to chime in on this, because I want to know, like why do you think that the Vikings are for real, and why you think the Vikings are for real? You know what I mean? Because I really have.
I think the Vikings are taking advantage of what I could say a really tentative schedule. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, they where they should be. Now the question is, what is the Vikings schedule against a powerhouse team? You know what I'm saying? Out of those 10 wins, how many of those teams are really playoff bound teams?
Well, all 3 of the 4 going to the playoffs in that division. 3 of the 4 going.
Right. But I was just saying that the fact that you got to understand what they're playing to be that 10-2.
Yeah.
Because if you're 10-2, they still got to play the one more time, right? Green Bay, right?
I think they got another with Green Bay, yeah.
And then they still got to play Detroit again. Now they may catch both of them at the back end, whereas though we don't have to start players, especially Detroit.
Yeah.
But the Vikings seem legit. I just haven't seen enough of them dominating the team to be like, they could go to the Super Bowl.
But they don't make a lot of self-inflicted, you know what I'm saying, plays though.
Right. They play the game. Right.
Yeah.
They play the game.
As long as you got Justin Jefferson out there, man, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have a shot. As long as you got him out there, you're gonna have a shot.
Right.
And,
You know what I'm saying?
and Detroit is just so prolific on offense, right? That's probably why the Vikings are probably not getting as much credit as they should, because the Vikings, Detroit is just dragging.
And you know what? I consider the Vikings the same way I consider the Ravens. Okay, they can beat a team, but they beat themselves more than teams beat them sometimes.
But they 10-2 though, man.
I'm gonna say this year. Not this year.
But look, I'm saying 10-2 is a good record and everything, but you got to take it a system what that 10-2 consists of.
Yeah.
Look at the quality of work of the 10-2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if they were 10-2, if the Ravens were 10-2, I would say the Ravens legitimately kicking everybody's asses because that Ravens schedule is just brutal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you got to, yes, they play who they put in front of them and they win who they put in front of them. But you also got to consider talent when you're making bets in Vegas of who's going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said,
that's 10-2 hard to poo-poo at, though. That 10-2 in the NFL hard to poo-poo at. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely right. You're right about
that. That's hard.
I'm not downgrading them because they 10-2. But what I'm trying to say, a 10-2 Minnesota, I don't think is beating the Vikings. A 10-2 Minnesota, I don't think is beating Philly. You know what I'm saying? A 10-2 Minnesota, I don't think is beating Green Bay.
I think they get Green Bay. I think they get Green Bay because that dude. Yeah, I think they get.
In the playoffs, I don't think they're beating Green Bay
because Jordan Love. I mean, we got a small sample size. I mean, half of the year last year and all this year, but Jordan Love, man, seemed to be turnover prone lately. Man, he seemed to turn that ball over a little bit more often than I would like.
But hey, Green Bay is one of those teams that will turn it on when it comes time at the end of the year.
But see, they might not be in a position where they can turn it on and off. They got to get a decent seed. In the playoffs, man, it's anything. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know. They beat the Cowboys ass last year, and they didn't have a decent seed.
No, they came in though winning like the last half of the year. Jordan Love was lighting it up. He was lighting it up going to the playoffs.
But they came in the playoffs at number 6 or 7.
But that's what I'm saying though. But I'm talking about just the player, the quarterback coming in. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Love was like on a run. You know what I'm saying? Coming in, he was lights out coming into the playoff. So they were hot. You know what I mean? Even though I still didn't think they was gonna beat Dallas, but you know what I'm saying? They came in. Jordan Love was because he had like 30 touchdowns like the last half of the season or something.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
you're right.
What's the name, man? We'll do a little break. Hey, Clayton, man. I know you be up on a lot more stuff than I be, man. What's up with has Houston taken a step back?
Man. I mean, they're not playing. Yeah, they're not playing at a high level right now. I think the injuries hurt them, but now it's just a matter of getting Collins back acclimated, and defensively, they not really
right. That's
this kid out there going crazy, man, with these dirty hits.
Oh, and, the one. So right. He got
overreaction though. Do y'all think that what's the guy named Aziz? Aziz, right? You don't think that's like an overreaction?
No.
He
already got fouled twice already, right?
Not all them hits.
He got to fight one day. He got to fight one week.
It's not even necessarily that one play.
No.
He got other like man just said, he got other fines for other hits. And then after this play on Trevor Lawrence, it's like he started a melee. You know what I'm saying? And then even when he said he was getting ejected, he started some more stuff on the sideline, stuff like that. So I think that attributed to all that to it. I don't know, man. It was you gotta start telling them quarterbacks, man. You gotta get, man. I don't know. You know what I mean? Them athletes, big, fast, strong, man. You know, man, they zone in, man, and then at the last second you want to duck, and he already, and then he led with his shoulder too. You got to remember.
He came in with it, But the thing is, with the quarterbacks, it's either got to be once you out the pocket, you legal or you not.
Right.
Point blank.
That's right.
And they taking advantage of this slide shit, and then they use it as a trick sometimes. Defender don't know what to do. I gotta take you out.
Let me say this. as used to play quarterback in college, the slide is the worst thing you can do. Because when you slide, it leaves you defenseless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As a quarterback. So I don't even know why they teach the slide.
That's
as
a
a
good
quarterback,
point.
they need to teach you how to ball up and brace
protect
yourself for the
yourself.
hit.
Yeah.
Like that slide stuff.
Either say you're a runner when you leave that pocket. Either you're a runner or you can't leave, or you can't.
And when I played quarterback, it was no such. When I played quarterback, it was no such thing as a hit that could take you out the game. You were part of the game. So if you hit the running back, you can hit the quarterback the same way you can hit a running back, and that's what the NFL needs to go to.
You're a runner. You outside that pocket. You're a runner now.
Because I'm gonna tell you this: if he'd have went head first and gained that 1 yard for that first down, couldn't nobody touch him. But yet he's gaining yards, and the whole purpose of the defense is to stop the offense from gaining a yard.
And man, I saw a play. I can't remember what quarterback it was. It might have been a guy with the Chargers, but he went and the defender was going at him, and then he looked like he was about to slide, and the defender, he like just held up, like, you know what I'm saying, didn't even touch him, and then he wound up gaining like another 2 or 3 yards because, you know what I'm saying, it was like the defender just held up because he didn't want to hit him. Yeah.
That's why we are in the league now of the running quarterbacks, because these quarterbacks know that they can slide at any point in time, they can hold up at any point in time, they can only get hit between the waist and the shoulders. These quarterbacks know that. Back in the days when Randall Cunningham was running the ball, they would hit him anyway because he was a running quarterback. And you were a runner. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they need. If they want to stop these quarterbacks from getting hurt, they need to change the rules and consider them a runner after the pocket.
Man, you can't run.
Or you can't run.
Right. You can't run. You know what I'm saying?
But once you leave that pocket and you take off and you going for 1 yard, you have the same responsibilities as a running back does. And you have never seen a running back slide.
Right.
You have never seen him. You have never seen him dive into it. You have never seen that.
Right.
So that's where they need to change the rules at.
Right.
So, Jim from up north said that was Kenny Pickett who did that fake slide. I saw a fake in college. I don't know if y'all ever saw it, like the kid, he simulated. He faked like he was going to slide right around getting a touchdown.
You're right.
Patrick Mahomes do it.
I saw that.
Patrick Mahomes do it all the time.
Patrick Mahomes does it a lot.
All the time.
Yeah.
In college now, you can't simulate a slide though. In college, you can't do that.
I think you're right though, Mike. They put that rule in. Because you know you get that targeting. You get that targeting charge in college, man, and you know you got to sit a half, or if you get 2 of them, you miss the whole game, stuff like that. So they really had to put something in place, man. So guys wouldn't be caught in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna tell you how hard it is for a defensive back. If a quarterback is rolling out and defense back is coming up, and the quarterback does a fake throw like he's going to throw the ball, he has to. A D back has to hold up. You know what I'm saying? Because he's assuming he's still within the behind the line of scrimmage, so he can't hit him as hard as he would have going full speed. You know what I'm saying? So it's the pocket is the key, and the NFL got to understand this one day. The pocket is the key to everything. If you're in the pocket, you're protected. If you're out of the pocket, you are NFL running back.
That's right.
And you get the same treatment.
You are a runner. That's right. You outside that pocket.
So if that cornerback comes up there and jams your ass up just as you throwing the ball, but he hits you as you throwing the ball, oh well. You should have did that rollout and stood on that side with that ball.
They can't have it both ways, man. Like you say, if you protect them in the pocket, that's one thing. You can't protect them 10, 15 yards downfield too.
Exactly.
You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways.
Thanks, Jim. Jim said that was Kenny Pickett that did that in Pitt. That's why he changed that rule, that fake slide. It looked good. It was a nice looking play, but
right. You break somebody out, but
he pulled the hell out the defense and wound up getting a touchdown. And so that put the defense at a big disadvantage when you can do that.
Did he really fool the defense, or the defense had to pull up because of the rule?
They had to pull up. They had to pull up.
Right.
They had to pull up. Yeah, they had to pull up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. They had
and so Houston's still 8-5, and they in first place in their division.
Okay.
So I'm a withhold. They still got games to go. They might catch their stride going down the stretch. And as far as CJ right on pace, kind of way he was last year as a rookie. It's just not a lot of hype because he was doing it as a rookie. This year, he 3,100 yards, 15 touchdowns, 9 picks. So he only got like 20 some touchdowns last year passes. So he's right about where he was at. I think it's good, especially when you got film on him now and stuff like that. So I just think Houston, I'm a wait, you know, and
they should win the division though. They should win that division.
They should win their division, right?
And hold up, they had O.J. Hopkins last year, right?
Huh?
No, he's with Tennessee.
He was with Tennessee last year.
Yeah, he's with Tennessee. So they play the Dolphins today, right? That'd be a good test. Yeah.
Hey, gentlemen, I gotta go.
That guy. What's
Gotta go, gentlemen. They got the NCAA picks going on right now for the college.
Going now?
It's going now. All right, gentlemen, I will talk to you next Sunday. We'll talk about it. All right, gentlemen.
All right, man. Yes, sir.
Clayton, the boy that came over from Cincinnati, Joe Mixon. He just had a game. We had like 3 touchdowns, and I don't think it was last week. I think it was the game before that. Joe Mixon. He had a game.
But didn't he get hurt? I thought he was out.
I don't know. But I know that game he had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He had 3 touchdowns. He a key piece for them, though, man. I like him. He a key piece for them, man.
I love Mixon.
I
love Mixon.
Jim from up north say Joe Mixon is a beast. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I love Mixon.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's go. Let's talk about some of these games that's going on today, right? So at 1 o'clock.
Before you start, come back to the NBA, man, because I got a point I want to ask you.
From last week, yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, that's cool. All right, so you got Jacksonville at Tennessee. Who y'all like in that game?
Tennessee
seem like they playing better.
Yeah,
it seems like they playing better now. You know what I'm saying? Mac Jones, they say they put what's the name on the IR. So they say he think he's done for the year now. Trevor Lawrence. Yeah.
Really?
They put him on the IR. Yeah. So Mac Jones gonna be down there starting now. But I like Tennessee in that game.
Yeah.
We got all right. So we got Atlanta at Minnesota.
I'm gonna go with Minnesota, man. Kirk Cousins, man, he turned. How many picks he throw last week? Like 4, 5.
He threw a bunch. He threw multiple. Yeah, he threw multiples. Yeah.
What you say, Clayton? He threw multiple.
He threw multiple.
He threw multiple. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He threw multiple.
Yeah.
I think everybody can agree. I think Atlanta. Minnesota's probably gonna wind up getting the 11th win today.
And I think it's time for them to insert that boy they drafted.
Who you talking about?
Atlanta, the boy they drafted.
Penix. Yeah, man.
It's time.
Yeah. But you know what? If they still got like the division, like, and they reach, they probably won't do it though.
I get it.
If they still got the division and they
Before we move on from this game though, man, I'm surprised Kirk Cousins, man. I like Kirk Cousins. He's not looking like his usual stuff though, man.
He's not, man. And I you know, I don't get to see all the games. I be watching the Red Zone, so I don't get to see games, you know, from beginning to end. But man, it seemed like, you know, I mean, something's off with him. I don't know what it is.
Jim said he counting his money. He's too busy counting his money.
He got a whole truckload.
He finessed that whole. He finessed the league. He finessed that thing. He's got a great agent.
It's like the 3rd contract.
He's got a great agent. Yeah.
Great agent. A great agent. Yeah, man. Yeah. You're right. He got a great agent. Yeah, hell yeah.
And then we got New Orleans as at the Giants. The Giants.
Yeah, the Saints on upset alert, man. This week.
The Saints favorite? I thought the Saints was favorite.
They are. They on upset alert. Is what I'm saying.
How they go? I thought it was like
I
was like, okay, But the Saints, both of them horrible teams, man. Man, that's crazy.
I think I'm gonna go with the Giants at home in that game.
Yeah, that's what I think. Whoever the home team is, you go with them. Yeah, whoever the home team is.
Yeah, all right. What about Carolina is at Philly today?
Philly.
Come on, man.
Philly.
Next game.
Yeah.
even though my guy playing better, Bryce Young playing better.
He is playing better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Clowney is doing good too. I think last week he was real disruptive.
Yeah.
You know. So, but no, this Philly, man, that offensive line Philly got is humongous.
Yeah.
And they got playmakers on offense, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man. They got playmakers on offense, man.
Yeah.
All right. We got Cleveland is at Pittsburgh today.
We going with the Steelers. They home. Steelers home. Them two got to split. The Browns already won the earlier matchup. They got to split.
Some get back. The Steelers should be on some get back.
Yeah. Hey, that dude, Jameis Winston, funny. What? Jameis Winston threw
funny.
like 2 picks last week.
He funny, man.
Yes.
He funny, man.
Well, he threw 2 interceptions. I don't know if they was pick 6, but he threw 2 interceptions.
Then he had 4 touchdowns. He threw 4 touchdowns, though.
Yeah, that's what he do.
That's what he does. That's what he does, man. Yeah.
I mean, how many quarterbacks you know in history throw 33 touchdowns and 30 interceptions in the same season?
I thought he had 35 touchdowns that year.
Nah, it was 33. But still, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jameis a funny dude.
But I'm gonna tell you this, but even with the picks, and even though Cleveland's still, losing and stuff, man, it seemed like they are getting better quarterback play from when Deshaun Watson is in there. Of course. Yeah. It's like getting better quarterback play from when Deshaun Watson was in there, man.
Yeah.
I don't think Deshaun will ever recover mentally. He done.
Yeah, that's
I
tough.
think you're right. He'll never be that player again, man. Yeah, he'll never be that player again, man.
All right, so we got Las Vegas at Tampa Bay. Is the quarterback hurt? Is Baker Mayfield hurt? Is he all right?
I don't know.
I think he's playing.
He is?
I ain't know about him being hurt.
I think he's playing.
I know he went down in last week's game, but
the Raiders. I think the Raiders, man, they just waiting for a chance to draft Shador, man. I think they just waiting on their chance to draft Shador, man. I think that's what that is.
I like the Bucs in that game.
I like the Bucs in that game too.
Me too.
We got the Jets playing down in Miami. I think Jets season is over with. Basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the Texans played them today.
I thought Miami would make a little bit of noise when Tua came back, but I don't think so. Yeah.
I mean, the Jets are the Jets at this point.
Yeah, the Jets going jet, man. You know what I mean? The Jets going jet.
Yeah. Now, this is going to be a good game. Seattle at Arizona. I think that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, you know what, man? Because it's division, first of all. You know what I'm saying? Division, first of all. And Seattle, man, I want them. I thought they would, create a little separation in that division, man, but they all like bunched up over there.
Yeah.
They all seem to be like bunched up over there, man, with the 49ers in that division as well. They seem to be bunched together over there, man. Yeah, so
I like the Cardinals in this game.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm over them.
Yeah. All right. So all right, then you got Buffalo going to be at the Rams.
Yep.
Now, by them got to go cross country. You know what I mean? To play out there, it might give the Rams a little bit of an edge. I still like Buffalo in the game, though. I still like Buffalo in that game, but it might be a little closer. It might be a close game, though. It might be a close game because don't Rams got all their weapons back now? Okua and the other receiver ain't they healthy now?
I think the Rams they healthy right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I like the Bills. I like the Bills in that game too. Yeah.
Jim like the Bills too. The Bills still the Bills.
Yeah, that's you right.
Chicago is going to be at San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think San Fran going to win this game, I still think it's going to be a good game though.
Me too. Yeah, me too. And then maybe because there's not as much pressure on Caleb Williams now, that head coach, they made a change. All the talk about them winning the division. He might be able to play a little bit looser now. You know what I'm saying? not as much pressure on him. So you might see a better version of him, so to speak. You know.
Yep.
So
McCaffrey left the game last week, hurt again, right?
He sure did. Yep.
Do you know if he's playing or not?
No, I think they put him on IR. There's
Put
something
him back on IR.
Yeah, I think he put him on IR. I think it's something with his knee.
Yeah.
I think the Bears might sneak a win then.
They might.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'd be interested to see how that offense look since that dude Eberflus gone. It'll be interesting to see.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey man, I would let him go out there and air the ball out, man. I mean, I wouldn't even. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like nothing's on the line. You know, go out there and play ball, man. Beat loose, beat free. Yeah.
So Jim said he out for the year. McCaffrey out for the year, he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right. So now we got the Chargers at Kansas City. I think this is gonna be a good game, man. I like what Harbaugh doing over there with the Chargers, man. I like the Chargers.
He put his imprint on his teams, man. You know what I mean? He put his, we're gonna play D, we're gonna run the ball, because Herbert, their quarterback, I think that dude only got like 2 interceptions on the year or something. Now I think he only got like 14, 15 touchdowns, but he only got like 2 interceptions. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they keeping his throwing attempts down.
Yeah.
They run first and going off play action. They keeping his attempts down. But
I think that's smart the way they managing him. You know what I mean? I think that's smart the way San Diego is managing him.
Right.
Yeah. But I think because the Chiefs been playing bad, they've been squeaking out wins. I think they finally get a decisive win this week.
What?
You think Kansas City? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about this? Cincinnati playing at Dallas.
Yeah, the Bengals.
Right. I'm about to say that. I don't think what's the name can't keep up with them scoring wise.
They can't keep up with that score.
They can't keep up.
They might can because Bengals defense is so bad.
Yeah.
But man, believe it or not, Joe Burrow having an MVP type season, they just can't get no win. And that shit Jamal Chase doing. He lead the whole league in reception, yards, touchdowns, all that.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
They just can't tackle nobody.
I think Burrow got like 30 touchdowns and 5 picks or something. It's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. So that's it for the Tom, what you got for the NBA?
Oh, look, right, the NBA, right? Yeah. What's the name? Lost to Denver. They lost to the Wizards last night. Right? And the Wizards, man, I think coming into that game, the Wizards only had maybe like 4 or 5 wins on the season. Right? And Joker had 50. Joker had like 56, 54 points, right?
All right.
So the dude Jamal Murray didn't play. They say he out with an injury. Somebody else, one of the other starters or regular in the rotation, didn't play as well, right? It's been rumblings. I don't even know if it's been rumblings, but people saying, man, that Jamal Murray got him for that contract. He said Jamal Murray got him for that contract, man. He said, now I haven't seen him, right? That's why I want to ask y'all, because y'all be tuned and y'all catch the games more than I do. But they say, man, that dude Jamal Murray don't want to. When he's out there, he don't want to play. They said they last game against Cleveland, I think, it was like a dead ball, and Aaron Gordon was trying to call everybody in for a huddle. You know how they do like the huddle, and Jamal Murray just waved him off and walked to the backcourt. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they say, man, this guy, he finagled him for that contract, man, because that contract is crazy. That contract he got is crazy, man. Yeah. I think the last year of it, man, he get paid like 50-some million dollars for that. It's Clayton is crazy, man.
But he didn't finagle him. He earned that.
Yeah. See, and I was saying, but see, this how you know all. I'm not gonna say all. You know, a lot of players do that when they know a contract about to come up, contract year. They play a little better, they play a little harder, things like that, so they secure the bag. Now they saying, man, this dude seemed completely uninterested in winning. You know what I'm saying? He know about being a team player and things like that because he didn't secure the bag, generational wealth, whatever. And I just wanted to ask y'all what y'all think about that. What y'all think about that?
All right. Go ahead, Mike.
Man, I just think that so many players today. Like you do have like a lot of selfish players out there, like me first players. And what players, what they don't understand though is like that really hurt their brand, number one, and it don't contribute to them winning. You know what I mean? So, but it just seems like on the other hand, it seems like they don't really care about winning these days. Like, you know what I mean? Like old school basketball players or athletes in general care. It's just a whole nother generation.
See, I don't put Jamal Murray in that category at all. I've been watching him since Wayne Barton was playing on Denver. And this kid always brought it every night. He played through injury. He always was one of the leading scorers. This been going on for years with him, up until they won the title and everything. So I wouldn't say that he just played hard because the contract was coming up. He been playing hard for years.
So you know, he might be disgruntled. You think he might be disgruntled?
I think he might be disgruntled. I think something's happened. You got to remember, they just added Westbrook to the team. Yeah. And not that Westbrook cutting into his minutes or nothing, but maybe, I don't know.
Well, Westbrook is a hard dude to play with. You know what I'm saying? He's
so you just never know what's going on.
Yeah, and I like Westbrook. He's just
in the locker room. But Jamal Murray is a player, man. He always been.
So look,
he's from Kentucky. Yeah.
So maybe you're right, Clay. Maybe he's disgruntled because because Westbrook is somebody that's hard to play for. And Westbrook, his style of basketball is not conducive for team winning basketball. You know what I mean? So like he's not a point guard that's gonna like a Chris Paul type point guard that's gonna find you in your areas where you most effective at. Right. He's a point guard, but he's a shoot first point guard, and that can take shooting guards and small forwards. That's going to take them out of their rhythm with those. You know what I mean? Because you got to constantly be on the move. You're not going to move after a while because you don't know when you know what I mean. You feel like you're just spinning your wheels. You're not getting the ball. You know what I mean? So he might be disgruntled. Yeah. And the way you could tell if everybody else is unhappy on the team is when Russell Wilson is happy, the rest of the team is not happy because Russell Wilson is getting his.
You mean Westbrook?
Westbrook, I'm sorry. Yeah. You know, he having a lot of success this year. He looking better. You know what I mean? But the team is suffering.
Yeah. So I would have to know more of what's going on with that. But to say he just started playing hard to get, Jamal Murray always been giving it. Yeah. And so I think something going on. But I'm gonna say one other thing about this NBA, man. The other night, the Lakers had some sequences. I forget who they was playing, but bro, absolutely no defense whatsoever. I couldn't believe what I was witnessing.
Was that Atlanta? Was that Atlanta?
Who not playing defense?
The Lakers wasn't.
It wasn't none. I'm trying to remember who they was playing. They threw it in, threw it back out. Guy went fake the jumper. The Lakers was just literally standing there.
Like they was getting layups. They was getting
layups.
They was getting layups.
No defense.
Who beat them by 41? Somebody just beat them by 41. They just
Miami did.
Yeah, Miami beat them by 41. But see, that right there comes from leadership. When you see LeBron James just walking around the court, not playing nobody, and walking like he get ready to go get some popcorn and shit like that, that's leadership.
But what I'm saying is, right, if your tank is on E, right, LeBron, maybe you shouldn't be playing 30-some minutes a game.
Oh, he shouldn't be.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you shouldn't be playing minutes. Cut the minutes down, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to be effective post 25 minutes a game, all right, you only play 25 minutes a game then.
But look, coaches know that though. They know like when a player is going to take plays off, and that's not going to be good for they take you out. But they don't. But see, LeBron James is in a different situation, and you know, I guess I don't know if the guy afraid to take him out or not. But they rather for LeBron to be on the court just walking around half stepping.
Okay. Now, let me ask y'all this. I'm a little late to the party on this, right? You know what I mean? So so it's new to me, but it might not be new to y'all. I didn't know that Bronny, while he's in the G League, he don't travel with the team.
Right.
Didn't know that either.
I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? That he don't travel with the team. Now people say it's the ones that's defending it saying it's what you call it, security reasons.
Right.
Like that when he's on the road with the team, knowing who his father is, it could be a security type thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I was LeBron's son, Bronny, if I was him, I would be like, man, I want to travel with the team. I want to show that I'm supposed to be here, or I'm trying to earn my keep around here.
Right.
Instead of being treated like the owner's son, so to speak.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's how you endear yourself to your teammates and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And build that trust and that camaraderie in the locker room.
Right.
I just think this is all, man, just a big sideshow, man. And I really was surprised in a sense. I know a lot of people may not be. I was surprised that he wasn't traveling with the team, man. That's crazy, man. That really is crazy, man.
Yeah, I don't think Bronny, until this day, I can't speak for him.
Right.
But I really don't believe that this basketball thing is really in his heart.
That's right.
I don't see it either. And you can
That's
see
right.
that it's not in his heart.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, when they talk about him not traveling to home games and stuff, I mean to away games, and somebody pushed back. They made a good point. When Michael Jordan played baseball, like who was a bigger, more public figure than Michael Jordan?
And Michael Jordan.
And you're talking about in all the sports.
Yeah.
You talking about baseball, you know what I mean? You're talking about all the sports.
The Chicago could have been, the White Sox could have been like, look, Michael Jordan only because of security risk.
Right.
They had Michael Jordan on them hot ass buses driving to these dusty towns.
The only one thing Mike did in terms of using his privilege or whatever is he got the whole team a new bus.
He sure
that
did.
was it.
He sure did.
Other than that,
yeah,
he had so much respect for the game.
Right. That's
that
right.
He did it that way.
Right, man. You know what I'm saying? And see, that just speaks to your mentality that you don't want nothing handed to you.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything to get around here. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, but like you say, Mike said, man, well, I ain't gonna catch the bus. I'm gonna fly my private jet to each game. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fly my private jet to each game or something like that. No, he got on that, like you say, he bought a new one, but he got on that bus with his teammates.
Got on that bus with his teammates.
But I agree with Clayton though. I agree with Clayton. I don't think Bronny in it. I don't think Bronny in it, man.
That goes to the point you made though, when you said about endearing yourself to your teammates.
That's right.
Because if Michael Jordan at his level felt like he needed to endear himself to his teammates, a bunch of guys who playing AAA baseball, then why can't Bronny James see that that's necessary?
Right.
I mean, that's something that's necessary. That's something that you have to do.
But Clayton is on it, man. It's not in him. He don't really care too much about it because it's something that he's not planning on doing long. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it may have been really forced on him, Clayton. It may have really been forced upon him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, LeBron, he's off social media now, supposedly, because I think when it's somebody, and we all this way, we can take the hits. You know what I'm saying? If it's coming at us, man, but when you start talking about our children and people we care about, man, that's when it started to affect us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he supposed to took a break from social media. I think that's why. You know what I mean? Because I think people, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? His son don't belong, which I agree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he's good enough to make that. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't that.
It also lends the question why LeBron's still playing, right? Like it's kind of shining a light. He's not really playing for championships no more.
He's not.
It's more so about statistical goals and things like playing with my son. Because the other night, I think the game was out of hand or something, and he was still in the game, shooting.
Right.
I think it's the night he scored 40 or something.
Right.
But it's like, why is you even still in the game?
Right.
It's like they criticizing him for stat padding and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't understand.
Well, I don't know if y'all remember. I said early in the season, I said the longer LeBron James play, the worse it's going to look for him. You know what I mean? Like people say, oh, his longevity that's what he got on it. But after a while, that longevity, people it start to look bad for you because, like you say, you padding your stats. If you can't help your team win, then what are you out there doing?
Right. And, you know, I looked at that through that lens when Denver lost to the Wizards last night. I'm like, well, Joker had 54 and I'm like almost a triple double, and I'm like, well, damn, he couldn't help them beat the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the Wizards, man, ain't no good team, man. So, you know, and that's when all that best player in the world shit coming to play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, man, Joker, you supposed to be that nice like that. Why you can't get your team over even with an injury or two? Why you can't get your team past the Wizards? Now I know they was on the road, the Wizards. You know what I mean? They probably was a little pumped to play them. The boy Jordan, the one that Draymond hit, he had a good game.
Jordan Poole.
Like that. Yeah, Jordan Poole, he had a good game or whatever. But it's like, damn, man, you couldn't get them over the hump against the Wizards. They only got 4 or 5 wins on the season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mike.
What's good?
I wanted to ask you a question, man. I thought this was going to carry over. I thought we was going to carry over a little bit, man. Women's college basketball has started.
Man, I've been checking them games out. Hey, Clay, I watched, man. That Notre Dame. Oh man, they got 2 girls on there, and then who else? They nice.
Yeah.
What's the name? Scored 40, didn't she? Didn't Juju score 40 or something like that?
Yeah, she scored 41 night. Yeah,
man.
But I'm just like, it. You know, it seems like the enthusiasm and stuff is kind of not there. You know, it's you know, and you got some good teams like Maryland. They undefeated.
Yeah.
They lead the Big Ten. You know, Tennessee look like they making a comeback. They got some big, long, athletic players.
Nice. Although Louisville last night got beat by Connecticut, right? But
UConn beat them. Yeah, UConn beat them.
Yeah. You got UConn this Thursday. UConn is playing. Who they playing? I think they playing Notre Dame this Thursday. That's going to be a good game.
And I'm still waiting to see all this sensational play from Paige Beckers. Like, she nice, but against Louisville, she went like 2 for 11 from the field.
Yeah, she looked pedestrian.
8 points. Yeah. And then Gino threw a shot at her one week during the interview. He said,
I don't like that though.
I know. He said she do a lot of standing around. Yeah. Maybe we just need to give her the ball and let her go one-on-one, because that's what she seems to want to do. I'm like, whoa, you throwing shots like that at your star?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. And her, you hurt her stock when you do that. You pull her to the side. You know what I mean? Yeah. You address that. It might be true. I noticed that her play is down from what it was last year, and that might, it might be true. But you still.
Do y'all think Gino might have said that to her personally, and it still hadn't been a change? So he called out in public.
That could be the case, but I'm still not gonna go public with that.
That's right.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing too, right? It's a lot of people also having this debate, like, what was it so fascinating about Caitlin with all the fanfare, and these other girls are great, and it doesn't seem to be the same. But they forget that these girls, like UConn and all these programs, they powerhouse programs.
Right.
So when you go there, Gino is the star.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And what are you really doing? How you captivate me when you've already go join the Yankees and win? But when you go take, the last place or a team that ain't the Yankees, and you build that program, see, that's real sensational.
You absolutely right. Yeah. Winning with UConn, and like you say, winning with you're right.
That's a big difference. And I'm impressed with Remember Stokely from last year, Mike? I'm impressed with her play this year.
Yeah,
she's solid. They took a loss last night because I think they played Tennessee.
Right,
but she's solid, man. And then I'm gonna tell you who else killing. The girl on LSU, like, of course, Flage doing her thing. Yeah. But the girl,
She's a
Malika
sophomore.
Williams.
She's a sophomore, right?
Williams, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she put up 30 something the other night, huh?
Who she played for?
LSU.
Oh,
LSU.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I like that girl game, you know.
That coach was mad the other day. Did you see that press conference? The coach was mad.
Because the fans walked out.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you talking about. Yeah, that's what you talking about.
Yeah.
Look, so Jim said this Wednesday, Iowa plays Iowa State. I like the way, like you just said, I like the way Iowa looked this year, man. I like that new coach.
Is that coach still there, Mike? That was there last year?
She was an assistant last year.
Yeah, her homegirl took over, Jensen. Yeah.
She was an assistant last year, so and Stokely, and plus they got some new. I ain't down with
that new girl Olsen. That new girl Olsen, the point guard. She nice. She nice. Yeah, she ain't real but she nice. She got nice shot handles. Yeah. They're not gonna be. They're not. I don't think they make the Final Four, nothing like that. But they formidable. But that LSU team, they're gonna be hard to beat. Notre Dame look good. Tennessee look long. That's gonna be some challenges.
How the rankings look like who like the top five like rankings as far as the women's college game? Like who the top five? Is UConn up there? Like the
UConn leading their conference. They leading.
I think UConn ranked number 2.
Okay. Like the suspects up there, UConn and Tennessee. Notre Dame, stuff like that.
Yeah, UConn is ranked number 2.
Yeah. So man,
So it's gonna be interesting. I'm just curious because we ain't talking. The season has started. I was waiting to see. I want to see what Juju do. I want to see what we ain't even mess with it yet. You know.
I think UCLA is ranked number 1, but they ranked number 1 because they beat South Carolina. Did you see that?
Oh, okay.
Yes, they bumped South Carolina. Yeah.
So I remember. I didn't know who, but I knew South Carolina took a loss.
Yeah.
They nice. UCLA is nice too.
Really?
But did y'all see that pass? What's the girl on South for Wally? Did you see that pass she did?
I ain't see.
No. If you guys get a chance to Google that thing, I might send it in our group thing.
Okay.
She went, and I don't know how she saw this girl. She drove this way. The girl was cutting. It was a small window. She threw that bitch. Yeah, she threw that bitch back, but thread the needle between them, not looking. Yeah, that thing was dope, man. I was like, it was Magic Johnson-is. But it was on another level. It was dope. I'm gonna try to find that highlight, man.
I think I seen the
You seen it? Yeah.
You know what? You know Fuwali's still not starting.
They deep.
But you got another freshman that get. I don't know nothing now. She don't. They are deep. They are deep.
They deep. No.
They got freshmen. They got some freshmen that came into South Carolina that's just mean.
Really?
Yeah, man. They just mean.
Yep. Remember we talked about Kim Mulkey not wanting to give that girl Chavez in high school the bag.
Yeah. Right.
Guess who showed up at Chavez game last week?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. She pulled up.
She might be reconsidering some things.
This girl bad, man. You gotta see it, man. She bad. Yeah, but it's gonna be fun to watch, see what happened with this. But I'm I'm waiting for all this page hype.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember last year, I was like, I thought the moment was too big. He was like one shot, but I wasn't saying the game. I'm saying in that moment, you know. Yeah. So I'm not blown away by her yet, you know. And then,
Yeah, I agree with you.
She a good player. Don't get me wrong. Right. She well rounded, but this hyperbole. L. Duncan said, if she didn't get injured, she thought she'd be the greatest player in the world. But I kind of pushed back on that and on all these comparisons because all the women that came before Caitlin that broke the record, they broke the women's scoring record.
Right.
Caitlin broke the women's and men's. See, they don't understand, like, to really.
I didn't even know that.
Yes, she broke Mr. Beast.
Yeah, I ain't even know that.
Yeah. So she the all-time NCAA score, period. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's like it's a lot of hyperbole with that. Like the greatest in the world. I don't know about that.
Man, they not, and it's not just that, man. You know, them people get out there and they say that crazy stuff, off the wall stuff.
Yeah.
Man. You know what I'm saying? You're like, man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let them do something first. You know?
But it's always an effort though to push the star player from a UConn or from something to make them the best.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
But look, Clayton, I would what you would say. I agree with you about Paige Becker, right? Because I was thinking about all those young ladies like Maya Moore and all those girls to UConn, and they was beasts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They was beasts, and I in her, I don't see that.
I don't see it either.
She nice. I like her.
You know, just like what gone across the men's college too. You know that talent is getting spread across. You know, it's kind of like. I ain't gonna say it's equally dispersed because you still gonna have some of the, you know, the five-star blue chippers, you know, them teams are gonna have first crack at them. But you know, somebody that instead of going to UConn and sitting till you're a junior or a senior, they going somewhere else and playing as freshmen, true freshmen, and doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So you know that talent is getting filtered out a little bit, and we get to see a better product because of it. If you ask me, you know what I mean? That, you know. Being top heavy all the time, you know.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, we definitely got to talk more about these. I like what I'm seeing out of a lot of these different girls' teams.
Yeah, so
I'm watching them more than I watch. I only watch like 1 or 2 men's game, but I'm watching the girls way more than I'm watching the men.
Well, Duke gonna be a problem this year.
Cooper Flag?
Yes.
Oh, I dig him. You know
they're gonna be a problem. I think they just bumped somebody. They knocked off somebody.
I don't know if it was Kansas or somebody. They did just beat somebody though. You're right though, Clayton, because I saw it. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Hey, you know what I like about that dude Cooper Flag though, y'all? Cooper Flag don't fall in love with that 3-pointer. He get his buckets, you know, mid-range and going to the well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just lost 3 straight in one of them tournaments, man. UConn.
Oh, okay.
They just had 3 straight in one of them tournaments. You know, it wasn't the Maui Classic, but remember the Maui Classic, Great Alaskan Shootout. It was like a tournament like that they went to and lost 3 straight games.
Wow.
3 straight games. Yeah, they
just bumped number 2 Auburn. They beat Auburn, number 2. Yeah. So they're gonna be a problem. Yeah, I like it.
Hey, Cooper Flag is 17 years old.
Who?
Cooper Flag.
Yeah, he young. Yeah, 17.
That's crazy.
For real?
17.
Damn.
Yeah. Did y'all see that video of this guy 7'9"?
No.
I saw that he in high school, right?
I don't know where he at. I just seen him standing holding the ball on the back. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Mike, he was standing under the basket. He was just taking the ball, just tapping it on the backboard. Like
7'9".
I ain't know how tall he was, but that video. Yeah.
It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I was like, that's crazy, man.
Yes.
Mike, he was just had the ball, tapping it on the bottom of the backboard, right there by the basket, man. I was like, wow.
Wow.
7'9". So man. But anyway, it looked like you might have to Mike, you're gonna have to put Jim. You had to send Jim the link, man.
You want to get in, right? Jim
he need to pop up, man.
No doubt. Yeah, he can. I'm a matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna post next Sunday. I'm gonna post the link early for Jim so he can get in on the conversation.
Man, Jim been here since day one. Jim been here since day one.
That'd be dope. That way we can put a face to it and everything.
Right.
I'm gonna send Jim the link next Sunday, and then he could get in on the conversation.
Hey, Jim, you done earned your spot, fam. You done earned your spot, man. You done earned your spot.
Yeah, man. And Jim, man, we appreciate you tuning in. Anytime you tune in, I appreciate the super chat. I mean, it wasn't necessary. You know what I mean? I appreciate it wasn't necessary. Anytime you could tune in, man, you welcome. And next week, I'm gonna make sure I send you the link so you can participate, man. We look forward to having you on the show and participating with us.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah, no doubt. We appreciate you,
man. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's been good, fellas.
Always, man. Always.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm getting back to work.
Man, what's the bet on Cleveland, Clayton? What's the bet? Boy, you know you got to run the Cleveland game down.
No, man. It's Pittsburgh this week.
Okay. All right.
I don't see no movement in that game. I'd go with the favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah. But I told you on upset alert them, John.
I ain't gonna click off, but when you go off the air, man, I'm gonna tell y'all. I did some stuff yesterday, man. So when you sign off, don't click off though. Just, you know what I mean? Stay on.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, I appreciate everybody. Jim, appreciate you. Appreciate everybody else who watched the show, and make sure to like and subscribe. With that being said, me, Tump, Clayton, and Emmanuel, we're gonna see y'all next week. As a matter of fact, Jim gonna be part of the show next weekend, we hope. And with that being said, we out.